Hello everybody, welcome to Gaian Gardens. Today I will show you how to make a soft boiled egg holder that is in the shape of a cute little chicken. And we will be using a technique of pinching to open the clay and shape this chicken, which is made in one piece. And this actually happened as an accident when I was teaching pottery during the winter break. I was teaching the pinching method, and as the participants were exploring making maybe little bowls or cups, I was saying you can make whatever you want. And as I was saying this, I started to kind of flare it out, and then I saw, oh, maybe this could be like a little bird. So I pinched over here and made it into a face. So it's just naturally happened, and I'm going to try to recreate it. I don't remember exactly how I made it, but I know I used just my wooden tool, something like that, to make marks in my hands. So it's fairly simple, and then just added ice for like little balls of clay for ice. So if you'd like to see how to make this fun little project, join me. Start by making a ball out of clay. I'm using the last bit of clay that I have from my white clay batch that I reclaimed and made a bunch of pieces. And this is my last clay bit. And the easiest way to make a perfect ball that will fit into your hand for pinching is to cup your hand like this in a cupping position, the non-dominant hand. So I am right-handed, so I'm using my non-dominant hand as a mold for the clay to go into. So when you do this motion repeatedly, the clay will just fit into the palm of your hand. So it's like that. And as you can see, it became a really nice ball. And the bonus to this is the clay particles are compressed from the slapping. I am not sure to the size of this, but it feels a little big for that piece. That's okay. I'll go with that. It might be a little bit less clay. It might have been a little bit less clay that I used, but I'm not too concerned. I can make bigger wings or something. They don't need to be identical, but I want them to be a set. So it's best to do them in the same day, so you kind of have two balls that are like the same shape. But I've done this a few weeks ago, so I don't remember exactly the amount of clay. So now what we're going to do is place it in the palm of the non-dominant hand, and with the thumb of the dominant hand, we're going to insert into the clay until we kind of feel that there is maybe 5 millimeters left. And then we're going to start by slowly pinching the bottom and rotating. So you are doing pinch and rotate. The reason why it's called a pinch pot is because all the time we are doing this motion. Pinch, pinch, pinch. It's like crab kind of pinchers. So that's what I'm doing here with my fingers. And I'm starting on the bottom part and leaving this thick, because once I open this, it will be harder to reach the bottom. So we're starting by doing the bottom and rotating and gradually moving upwards. And while I'm doing this, I am also checking, feeling with my fingers if I have an even thickness to the walls. I don't want it to be too thin or too thick in some places. So the hand can get tired if you go too fast, because it can start cramping from doing this repeated motion. So take your time with that. Sorry, my nails are black. I've been reclaiming black clay over here. So it got stuck into my nails, and it's kind of, it made this color. It's not that I'm super like, it's not an accumulation of dirt, it's just the black clay. I'm switching from white clay to black clay today, so this is my last bit of white clay, and then I'm gonna be doing a project with the black clay. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have more black nails then. So when we get around here, yeah, I can see I probably have way more clay than last time, but that's okay. That's when you are almost at the top. So very gently going into that top layer. And I'm going to switch my hand because my right hand, like this part is starting to cramp. So just thinning out that top layer. And now I'm going to tap it on the table here and see how that looks like. Yeah, I think that's... So what I actually first did before making a chicken, I made it into this shape. It's kind of like a oval base. So it's not round. I want it to be more oval. And once I have this oval shape, I can start making the chicken head here by closing this and just kind of bringing this up. So I'm moving a little bit of clay up to form the head. This clay is drying a little bit, but that's okay. And now I'm going to pinch the tail and flare out the wings. So kind of like that. And that's really it. Now, this might be a little bit too big, but I felt like this when I made this one, and it dried and it shrank too. So I got to also remember that they dry after the firing. Sorry, not dry. They shrink after the firing quite a bit as well. So I'm going to take this into consideration. So now that we have this shape, it's like a chicken shape, we can, and first add some texture to the tail, like that. And we're gonna go and just do a few dents over here for the wings, and on the other side as well. I can actually get a little bit more playful with the wings. What is that top part that they have on top of their heads? If you guys know, let me know. I will make that now. So just pinching here a little bit, and then going in with a little bit of texture, making a mark. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Oh, you're so cute. Very cute. Cute little chicken. And then the other side of the tail, we're gonna add the feathers. And of course, you can do it more special or like decorative, I mean, if you'd like. I just want to keep it simple, to have that feeling of something that was just handmade quickly with a chunk of clay, like almost like a child made it. I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. And my egg can go inside. So perhaps I will do just a little bit of an incision in some areas to add a little bit of interest to the wings. I think, oh yeah, I think I cut out this area to prolong the neck a little bit. So let's do that here too. Show you the top view. And I also gained the last bit of clay. This is like literally the last bit of my white clay to make little eyes. So let's do that now. Actually, before I add the eyes, I'm just gonna sponge it out a little bit so that I don't have to do that with the eyes on, especially the face. Let's look at that face again. Just give it a little bit of a sharpness to that beak. Perhaps smooth out those areas. Oh, I should put it on something, not on the table. That's better. Now I'm just gonna look at that from the other side and clean that little bit. Sharp, obviously, it needs to be nice and smooth. Very fun. I feel like it's such a rustic project in a folklore, in like a very old style of pottery in Poland and in Eastern Europe in general. Chicken was such a big motive that we see. The rooster, the chicken, it's very Eastern European kind of a motive that you will see in pottery and in any folk art, really. So it connects me to that history and culture. My background is Polish, so I always feel like this making this chicken kind of comes in as it's like ingrained in my blood almost. And another thing I want to do is I want to just do a little bit of a beak, and it's gonna be smiling slightly. So I want my happy chickens, which it's kind of nice to have in the morning when you eat your soft-boiled eggs. Now I'm making the eyes, and honestly, that's hopefully that's a good sharpness. They need to be smaller than I forgot to press record when I was adding the eyes, but just making sure that the eyes are the same size and that they are located in the same place so that the face looks reasonable. But I think that's it. That's it. That's my simple chicken for a soft boiled egg holder. A very nice fun project for a class if you have kids or grown-ups who want to play and explore clay in a different way. This could be a very interesting project to propose for your classes. And here's a look at my chicken from today. It turned out quite bigger than my previous one. I hope it will shrink, but I think it looks pretty cool. And here's a look at them from a different angle. But they're really cute. Can't wait to see them fired and glazed. I'm here with my chickens, and I really like how they turned out. And also, it was so fun to find a new method of using a pinch pot and do something unexpected. So I wanted to show this so that people perhaps can open up to different techniques and just playing with the clay, because it's often when we do something new, when we push beyond what we know, that we discover something quite remarkable. Into the kiln it goes. And this guy as well is gonna go over here. There's my little birdie. This is the big one. And this is the first one, the original. Oh, so cute. I have the two chickens here side by side. This is the first one I made, and this is the second one I made. And I thought this one was so big, and this would be perfect for an egg, but they already shrank so much. So let's do an egg test. Let's see how the egg fits in there. Let's just try the first one first. Oh wow, this already is too small for that egg. I mean, it kind of holds it, but not great. And what about this one? Oh yeah, that one fits very well, but it will shrink more with the glaze on, so I don't know it will continue be able to fit it, but we'll see. This is how they look like now. Yeah, maybe this small one will be just a planter for a little plant. How would it look like with the plant? Pretty funny. I'm not sure. Very, very small egg. So I think I'm gonna paint them, glaze them with white glaze, and just maybe add a little bit of red on the top of the head. Maybe just do a little bit of accent on the feathers, but that's what we're gonna do. So I have a bucket of white glaze here, and I'm just gonna paint them. I'm gonna start with the crimson red color on the top of the head though, before I do the white. Now we're just gonna do the white glaze. So I'm gonna do it upside down first, because I haven't waxed the bottom. I'm not gonna dip them. I'm just gonna do paint on. So since I did not wax the bottom, I'm gonna use my sponge and just make this line a little bit more clean to have a nice border here. And make sure there's no glaze on the bottom. But yeah, this is how it looks like. And the next time you're gonna see it is gonna be when it goes in the kiln. And then out of the kiln, oh, here's a little bit too thick of a glaze. So this fell off. So I'm gonna wait until it dries and reglaze. This is really fun. When I was a little girl, we used to have containers for soft-boiled eggs that were in the shape of a little rooster. And this just kind of reminds me of it. And I also feel like I really like this guy. So it's fun to have breakfast together with something you made. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you want to try it, if you tried it, if you like soft-boiled eggs, what you think of that idea. And if you want to make it, let me know if you do make it. I hope you give it a try. It's really simple and very satisfying to have something like that in your home. You can also teach it in a pottery class to your students. Yeah, I'd love to hear if you feel inspired. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.